Oh god. Can't remember the name of that channel right now. Scary Sanctuary or Cursed Notes? I think it's one of these two. Yeah. 1 day ago, brand new video. I've seen most of these. Alright. Let's dive in.
Listen to this.
In June of 2025, a YouTuber named Jared uploaded a video titled Scary Encounter in a Huge Abandoned Warehouse to his channel Jared Coker Urbex. His channel is dedicated to urban exploration, and he often uploads footage of his adventures exploring various abandoned locations across the United States. In this particular video, Jared decided to explore an old abandoned packaging warehouse situated in St. Louis, Missouri. As Jared began his exploration and entered the facility, he immediately noted that the building was huge and was unlike anything that he had explored before. During the initial minutes of his exploration, he also mentioned that the building had a very creepy atmosphere, with minimal to no natural light coming in and a deafening silence accompanying every step that he took. As he explored further, he found several signs that indicated that people might have been living inside the building recently. But fortunately for Jared, he didn't hear or see anything that suggested anyone was currently within the building. Jared then continued exploring and decided to check out the upper levels. However, as he was approaching the stairs, that's when he made a chilling discovery.
Man, I really am getting bit up by mosquitoes badly. This is not good. There's gonna be an upper floor, there's one above us.
Sorry, I got something in my nose.
Bit every second. I'm sorry if this camera's moving a lot. I don't have any bug spray, so I have to swat them away. Yeah, we're gonna have one upstairs. There's gonna be a catwalk into another building over there. All right, we'll ignore that. I don't know though, there's echoing in here. People are...
The fucking building's falling down while he's in it. That's fucking loud.
Yeah, I'm not so sure. Yeah, that echoing's in here. Someone is here. Well, never mind the place being kind of boring. I guess we have our drama now.
Okay. Guys, I know this is a bad time, but I had to change my battery, and there was like
Another really loud boom getting closer to me, so there are definitely people down there somewhere. Like that. I think they're above me. But I was just saying before my camera died, maybe I could just go down into the creepy basement and hide. I don't know. No idea what they're banging or moving around.
After Jared heard the loud banging noise, he initially didn't think too much about it and eventually dismissed them as being caused by the wind or simply due to the building's complete disrepair. However, after hearing the loud bangs several more times, Jared soon realized that the noises were originating from the upper levels and couldn't have been caused by wind or the building's poor condition. This detail is particularly alarming, given that if someone was actually inside the building with him, potentially a scrapper or even a homeless individual, then the situation could escalate quickly. Recognizing the potential danger that he was in, Jared wisely chose to avoid investigating or exploring the upper levels and immediately went down to the basement. For the next several minutes, Jared remained in the basement, listening intently to ensure no one would come down and find him. Fortunately for Jared, he didn't hear any footsteps, nor did he hear the loud bangs again. Jared, thinking that the individual might have left the building by this point, decided to leave the basement and go back to his exploration. However, as he was walking out of the basement, that's when he encountered something once again.
Oh, come on, man, the ads.
These are the stairs on the other side. We literally just cut across the whole upstairs just below it, so. And I still hear people. Oh, this is outside. Oh, there's a guy.
Where?
Oh, there's a guy.
Where?
I still hear people. Oh, this is outside.
I don't see a thing, bro.
Oh, there's a guy. Gonna duck down here. He's in this building down there. Don't know if he's scrapping or if it's illegal dumping or what. But it's loud. So those are the safest bets as I walk right out into the open. Oh, there's a pair of them. Hey, what's up? Yeah, that was stupid. They don't really care. They said what's up, but yeah, they're hauling big heavy things. Yo, maybe that's the big booms I was hearing. Maybe they were taking it from up here, dragging it like that line. And
Oh,
then throwing
shit.
it down, creating those huge bangs.
Fortunately for Jared, the two individuals he encountered outside the building were merely a group of harmless scrappers. Although scrappers can sometimes be hostile or aggressive towards unwanted visitors, the same couldn't be said in this case, as they were simply minding their own business, and they didn't pose any threat, nor were they hostile towards Jared. After their brief exchange, Jared continued exploring the building for almost the next 10 minutes, and he didn't encounter the scrappers again. Jared eventually ended his exploration and left the building without any harm. Nevertheless, it's still a good thing that the group of scrappers weren't aggressive or hostile towards Jared, as encounters of this nature often end with explorers being harassed or even attacked by people with sinister intentions.
We can spy on the scrappers. Yeah, look at that. Their teamwork lifting the massive pipes out of here. They're gonna throw it in their trailer there, take it to a scrapyard or something, and get money for it.
If you've enjoyed the video so far, it would mean a lot if you considered subscribing.
Guys, subscribe to Curse Notes. I think I did already. Yep.
Over 95% of you watching haven't subscribed yet. Your support really helps the channel
I'm
grow,
in there, Curse
and in
Notes.
return, I promise to keep bringing
Bro, Curse Notes, let me tell you something. I literally binge watch your videos. And I hate to say this, but my girlfriend is a clown fear, and that's like your signature.
you guys the
So we don't watch your videos together, but I'll watch them solo, and I absolutely love them.
best quality content.
Can't get enough.
Now let's get back to
Can't
the
get
video.
enough, bro. Obsessed.
In October
Look at
of
these two.
2023, a YouTuber named
He's doing jutsus on top of some... I don't know what the fuck that is. They're in like a farm field or something? What's going on?
Hansi uploaded a terrifying video titled "The Most Haunted House I've Been In" to his channel Gorilla Hot Tortilla. In the video, Hansi decided to explore an abandoned haunted house located somewhere in Poland. At first glance, the footage doesn't seem unusual. Apart from the house's eerie atmosphere combined with Hansi's heavy breathing and footsteps, the footage doesn't capture anything that suggests that the house was haunted, as it simply shows him exploring what appears to be an old abandoned house. However, as the video progresses and Hansi sets foot inside the kitchen, that's when he stumbles upon something truly disturbing.
Look at the amount of bugs, bro. Bunch of cleaning products. Kitchen knives.
After Hansi heard the loud bang, he initially did get startled by them, but he didn't think too much about this detail and ultimately concluded that the noise was caused by wind or simply due to the building's poor condition. Hansi eventually dismissed the noises and got back to his exploration. However, to make matters even more disturbing, after Hansi uploaded the video to his channel, one of his viewers noticed something that he might have overlooked during his visit. The comment mentioned that when Hansi entered the kitchen, someone might have been looking at him through the window.
Hold on, I got something in my nose, dude. It's gonna bother me. Feels like $1,000,000 now. Pulled out an absolute honker in there. Alright. I don't see anything in the window. Still don't see anything.
It's evident that a white shadowy figure, who appears to be wearing a black hoodie, was standing behind the window and staring directly at Hansi. Disturbingly, as soon as his camera captured the figure, he started hearing the loud bangs. But Hansi was completely unaware of this detail at the time and continued to explore the building.
I don't see anything. I'm sorry.
Hansi then left the kitchen and decided to check out the living room. However, as soon as he entered the living room, that's when things started to take a turn for the worse for Hansi.
Ah, nah. That's creepy as shit. Dude, that gave me chills. Think that could have gone off just from the vibration of him stepping in the room. Seemed pretty sensitive. I don't know. I don't know. It's creepy, don't get me wrong.
This game, you're not ready for.
As soon as Hansi entered the living room, the music box mysteriously began to play, and the cupboard door also started opening simultaneously.
Oh shit. I did not see that part.
Startled by the commotion, Hansi initially froze and stared in its direction, trying to make sense of what he had just witnessed. He eventually went toward the music box to investigate whether it was defective or had malfunctioned, but when he interacted with the box, he soon realized it wasn't malfunctioning and seemed to be working perfectly. For the next several minutes, Hansi remained in the room, trying to see if the music box would play again, but he didn't hear the music again. After this chilling encounter, Hansi decided to leave that room and explore the one next to it. Fortunately for Hansi, he didn't encounter anything similar during this time. He then decided to end his exploration and leave the house. However, as Hansi was approaching the exit, that's when he encountered something that sent him running out of the building.
Oh fuck no. The fuck? Did he get a glass thrown at him? He jumped out the window, bro. No
To
way.
Hansi's absolute shock, an object that appeared to be a metal cross mysteriously moved and fell to the ground. Disturbingly, during this time, a cardboard box also suddenly fell onto his leg, and the music box started playing again. Terrified for his life, Hansi immediately started running toward the window, and he fortunately made it out of the house without any harm. It's still unclear how the music box mysteriously began playing, or how the metal cross and the cardboard box fell on their own, as well as the mystery behind whether what Hansi encountered during his visit in the cardboard box fell on their own, music box mysteriously began playing, or how the metal cross and the card.
It's like someone tapped it, and then it, you know, how, like, you see the videos of the pull string, and the item just goes flying. It's like someone tapped it, and it just kind of topples off the shelf. Now the box I didn't see. I don't know what was going on. I think he just stepped on a box and got stuck in it.
Cardboard box fell on their own, as well as the mystery behind whether what Hansi encountered during his visit was paranormal. But based on everything Hansi witnessed that night, the only explanation that comes to mind is that whoever or whatever was present inside the building didn't want him there, and therefore triggered the music box and caused the metal cross and cardboard box to fall. However, none of these claims regarding the paranormal have been verified or debunked.
Yeah, it just like, it kind of just, it's like someone tapped it. Because you know the plastic, you know, pull string, the item just flies off the shelf.
And are merely based on everything Hansi witnessed within the building.
And then
ultimately,
I'm
it's up to you to decide
he
whether what Hansi
stepped in a
encountered that
box and
night
got
was truly
stuck in it.
paranormal or
I
simply
don't
an
think
elaborate
anything
hoax.
else happened. I think he got so freaked out that he stepped back. But
In May of 2020, a YouTuber named Brennan uploaded a chilling video titled Solo Overnight Camping in an Isolated Abandoned Asylum to his channel Uncharted Travels. Brennan's channel primarily focuses on urban exploration, and he often documents footage of his experiences exploring various abandoned locations across North America. In this particular video, Brennan decided to go on a solo overnight camping trip to an abandoned insane asylum situated in northern Ontario.
is this the same video where he gets almost attacked by like wolves or coyotes or something? I may have seen this.
As Brennan began his exploration,
No, different guy. Sorry.
he drove 2 hours north from his hometown to locate the abandoned asylum. He then parked his car and continued the rest of the journey on foot. During his hike, Brennan noted that the temperature was around -20 degrees Celsius and was expected to drop further as the day went on. But fortunately for Brennan, he had come prepared and had brought suitable clothing to protect himself from the elements. After hiking for nearly 20 minutes, Brennan eventually located the abandoned asylum and immediately noticed that the road leading up to the building had recently been plowed. This suggested that the building, despite being abandoned, was still being maintained. This detail is particularly alarming, given that if anyone was present inside or were to return and see Brennan, the situation could escalate quickly. Nevertheless, Brennan hoped for the best and eventually entered the facility. Once inside, he immediately noticed that almost every surface was covered in ice. Given the circumstances, his main priority now was to find a suitable campsite where he could spend the night and avoid exposure to the elements. During the initial minutes of his exploration, Brennan moved from one room to another, mainly searching for a campsite, but also checking to see if anyone was inside. Fortunately for Brennan, he didn't hear or see anything that indicated anyone was currently inside. Brennan then continued exploring and decided to investigate the upper levels. However, as he was walking through the hallway, that's when things started to take a turn for the worse for Brennan.
That looks like it leads down into the basement. Might save that for later. I'm just hoping I don't run into anybody down here. Alright, let's see what this
You mean up here?
floor has to offer. Oh, the door's like frozen shut. Why'd I have to bring such a big bag? Sadly, I'm gonna have to abandon my bag for a little bit so I can explore.
Kick
these
the door.
areas here.
Kick the door.
I swear I just heard something tapping on one of the windows. That was a little bit creepy. So I just heard some tapping on one of the windows outside. So I'm hoping it's not maintenance people. So I'm killing my flashlight for a little bit. And I'm just gonna have a look outside. It sounded like it was coming from this direction, but like at the base of the building. I doubt they'd come in here, but just trying to be safe. Oh. That's weird. There's nothing out here. Okay. I swear heard what was like a car door slamming or something. So I thought maybe security, I don't know. Oh.
Oh.
Did you hear that? What was that?
After Brennan heard the noises, he initially suspected they might have been caused by a maintenance worker who had returned to the facility and had slammed the car door. But when he looked out the window, he unfortunately found nothing that could have caused the noises. During this time, he heard even more noises coming from the same direction. However, Brennan didn't think too much about the detail and eventually dismissed them as being caused by wind or simply due to the building's poor condition. By this point, Brennan had been exploring the building for hours, and as the night began to set in, the temperature, as expected, started dropping. However, despite the freezing temperature, Brennan still hadn't found a suitable spot where he could set up his camp for the night. For the next several minutes, he searched everywhere, but every room he found was either too small or was covered in ice. But fortunately for Brennan, he eventually found a suitable spot in a service room located on the lower sections of the roof. Brennan, upon setting up his tent, decided to explore the building again. However, as soon as he left his tent and was walking through one of the rooms, that's when he stumbled upon something extremely disturbing.
Okay, let us adventure
Oh, no. You're gonna tell me that someone's been watching him the entire time?
down into the unknown. I'm just gonna save time by going all the way down to the main floor. Just gotta be careful because these stairs are covered in ice and I'm wearing really small shoes. Oh, I just took a nasty spill down those stairs. Look at all that ice. I'm just happy I didn't break any of the camera equipment. Oh, gotta pick myself up. Let's keep moving. We're on the bottom floor though. This place does not look any more fun during the night than it did during the day. Hopefully it's one direction so I don't get lost down here.
You said One Direction. Is that what I was hearing? A thunderstorm outside? Bro, I thought I was hearing things. Holy moly.
Oh, I thought I heard something coming from the end of that hallway. Not again.
It would be in your best decision to walk the other way?
Definitely heard something coming from the end of the hallway.
After hearing the loud bang, Brennan immediately stared down the hallway and listened intently to determine its source.
Bro, the thunderstorm outside makes this 100% more creepier. Hold on. Is that a thunderstorm? Is someone like moving something downstairs? I have no idea. Oh, I gotta check. I gotta check. Now I'm freaked out. Back, and the front door was unlocked. So I locked it. And it's definitely a thunderstorm now.
As he moved toward the noise, he heard even more noises coming from the same direction. For the next several minutes, Brennan cautiously moved through the building, trying to investigate the noises. But he unfortunately found nothing that could have caused such a loud banging noise. By this point, Brennan was consumed with fear and anxiety over everything he was witnessing that night. But he didn't jump to any conclusions, nor did he end his exploration. Instead, he composed himself and continued his exploration, regardless of any potential presence. Fortunately for Brennan, he didn't hear any further noises during this time. Brennan then decided to leave that floor and went down to the basement. However, as soon as he reached the basement, that's when he encountered something once again.
I'm gonna take a shot at the basement. I don't know if this is the most stable of staring. So you can see that ceramic broke here. Oh, I really hope my flashlight doesn't die here.
Be honest, would you go down those stairs? I just saw a hole in the board. There ain't no way. I don't care how frozen it is.
I thought I just heard something over there.
Sound like someone taking a piss.
Man. This is really freaky now. This is like the underneath. Huh. Well, it looks like we hit a dead end here. Time to head back the way we came.
Oh, hell no.
Hello?
Oh, hell no. Get the fuck out of there.
I swear to God, I just heard someone. Oh my God. I swear I just heard someone over here.
After hearing the loud bang for the second time, Brennan immediately called out and went toward the noise to investigate its source. But he unfortunately didn't get any response, nor did he find anything that could have caused those noises. By this point, Brennan had absolutely no idea if the noises were merely caused by the wind or whether someone was inside the building with him. If someone was actually within the building, potentially a squatter or a homeless individual, the situation could escalate quickly. Recognizing the potential danger that he was in, Brennan eventually decided not to investigate or explore the building further. He ultimately decided to call it a night and go back to his campsite. However, as Brennan was approaching his tent, that's when he encountered something far worse than anything he'd encountered previously.
I'm down on my luck, she's turning a page. I'm falling in love, she's running away. Am I calling a bluff or causing a...
Oh shit. Actually, I just went out. Oh, come on. Please, come on. I don't like this. What was that? Okay, I want to get out of here. Oh God. I'm sorry, but the only light that I have is this flickery headset of mine to get me home. Oh, good thing we're almost at the end of this tunnel. I swear I did not plan this. My flashlight is legitimately dead.
Yeah, okay. Added a whole new creepy aesthetic to this,
It all
dude.
just adds to the fun, I guess.
What the fuck was that?
I think this is, yeah, this is the stairwell out of the basement. This is like something out of a horror game here.
Oh, literally, bro.
Okay. Now I
What
think
the
we take this stairwell up.
To Brennan's absolute shock, as he was walking back to his tent, his flashlight abruptly stopped working. Disturbingly, as he was trying to fix his flashlight, he started hearing the noises again. Brennan eventually turned on his headlamp and began walking toward his campsite. Fortunately for Brennan, he didn't hear or see anything unusual during this time, and he eventually made it back to his campsite. Brennan then decided to call it a night and get some sleep. When he woke up the next morning, he mentioned that he didn't hear any further noises. He eventually ended his exploration and made it out of the building without any harm. It's still unclear what the true source of the noises were, along with the mystery behind whether the noises were merely caused by the wind or if someone or something was actually inside the building.
Oh, I want to say it was just from a dilapidated building. Like, things just falling apart. But I don't know. Definitely creepy as shit.
With him. Ultimately, it's up to you to decide whether what Brennan encountered that night was simply the result of wind or if it was something far more sinister.
Guys, if you're on YouTube, peace. People on Twitch, y'all are still here, right?